Hey YouTube, if you're watching this, probably watching the replay, if I even leave this up. See if anybody comes in here, because some interesting things have been happening. Harold, what's up, man? Harmon, Mike Mentor, morning. Hey Thor, what's up, man? Man, that show truck you got, Thor, that's pretty dang cool. You work that truck, Thor? Morning, Butch. Hey TK, I've never seen Kevin engage someone to that level. TK is bringing up what I'm going to talk about. So last night, going through Facebook, and I follow Kevin Rutherford. And for those of you who don't know, Kevin Rutherford is one of the top, most well-known industry mentors, I guess you could say. And you know, so he's always involved with the truck shows and the industry and everything. And one of the functions of these truck shows is, especially GATS, is networking. And sorry about that. That was probably loud. Lost my train of thought. I apologize. Industry standards, networking. One of the cool things about the 73 Lounge is I was able to network with these other YouTubers, put me in their radar. Because what it does is it helps their subscribers, put me on their radar, you know, and therefore, you know, it's kind of a snowball. Bands, same thing. When you play in a band, you network. You don't leave shows after you play. You support the other bands. You know, you don't publicly say, you know, that band sucks or whatever. So, hey, Gear Grabber. But Kevin Rutherford went after someone that was calling themselves a business coach. Those are his words. I'll read you guys the post. This is Kevin Rutherford. I have a real problem with someone who calls themselves a quote-unquote business or success coach. And the next line is, donate to me so I can buy some equipment. Does anybody else see the irony in that? As of right now, there are over 200, like close to 300 comments. Thor says, I networked all the time when I was an actor. Yeah, that's how you do it. Morning, Lopez. I normally don't use the words you should or everyone should, but I'm going to break my rule this one time. There is a book written by a man called Dale Carnegie, named Dale Carnegie. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And at first you think it's a sales viewpoint. And a lot of industry salespeople, this is like their Bible. I think that it should be standard reading like 8th or 9th grade, like high school. You know, high school, like 9th grade. Because if everybody followed what this book preaches, the world would be a better place. Business would be a better place. How we talk to each other Because it's not just about business, it's about how you talk to people. Now, the person that Kevin Rutherford is referring to, I have said publicly, it's not a lot of times what he says, it's how you say it. And notice I'm not saying names, because I don't want to be accused of coattailing or whatever. But you guys all know, judging by the comments, that you guys know who I'm talking about. And it was obvious that Kevin Rutherford, people knew what he was talking about. Thank you, E Street. And that shows you the good job that TC has done on networking. He's gotten his name out there. Unfortunately, he's attracted the attention of one of the top industry guys, and he doesn't like what he sees. And so I've been keeping an eye on that. Like I said, I think it's up to like almost 300 comments. Sorry about that. That's Periscope. By the way, follow me on Periscope at Snorlord. Little shameless plug there. But there's a feud going on, and it got ugly. and I don't know, if I was reading some posts of one of the top industry people and reading the other comments, and about probably say 80-90% are on Kevin's side. There's probably, let's say 80%'s on Kevin's side, 10% are like, this is stupid, and the other 10% are defending Mr. TC there. If you have 300 comments and 80% of them are bad about you, you have to sit back and think about, why are people thinking about these? When I did that live feed that one time, I deleted it. It was a message to say, this is how people perceive you, therefore you have to change that. Why do people perceive you a certain way? That's the thing. If you perceive a certain YouTuber, and I'm talking about any of them, a certain way, why do people perceive that? Why do people say, you know what, that guy's a jerk? And they all the big subs, all the big, sub count guys, like Canal, Ike, Will, they all have haters. And there's always going to be haters. Always. I get that. People are nasty. People are angry. People have nothing better to do. However, if a large percentage of people don't like you or don't like your message, then there's something going on there. Now, Kevin Rutherford has the same thing going on. He has a lot of haters. There's a lot of people that will call him an idiot. But that's the trucking world. Everybody does it wrong. Everybody does it different. Message delivery fail. Thor. That is exactly right. I've said that over and over and over. Perception is reality. If you talk to someone and they firmly believe that sky is purple, you can't change their mind. And what Dale Carnegie talks about is like, okay, if you correct somebody that's wrong, you're still going to make them angry. It takes a certain amount of intelligence to get constructive criticism. And it's also how you deliver a message. If you just go up to someone and say, you're lame. Well, why am I lame? Well, because you just are. I hate you. But if you go, you know what? If you maybe present your message a little bit better, that might help. And then the smart ones go, I I got to change the perception. I got to change how the world perceives me. Because that is reality, just like Thor said. Perception is reality. I've said that over and over and over. And I'm glad Thor said that. Because it's true. Have you ever argued with someone and you were right? Did you ever win that argument? Did I win the arguments that I've had on here? You know? And now he's got the top guy, Kevin Rutherford. And what's interesting is there's parts of the post where he's like, you need to give me numbers, you need to show me successes, you need to show me this, that, and it's just, it's a sling fest. And I'm not trying to add to it. I just think it's interesting because everybody's addressed him about this. And the comments in his videos, the comments on Facebook, it just, that should set in, you know? So my message to you, to any of you, I'm not talking just to TC, I'm talking to everybody. Go out and find this book. You're going to learn at least something, a little bit. Harold says, you're wrong, Snorlord. Jeff is the top guy. The world just doesn't know it yet. I agree, Harold. Kevin Rutherford has a lot of wisdom, but I believe that Jeff, you see, Jeff can back up his success, you know. You know, Kevin Rutherford's question to TC was, show me what you've accomplished. You know, and Jeff could easily say, 25 years of being an owner-operator, successful for each company that I've ever worked for. And now I'm doing my own thing. I've got my own authority. Gear Grabber says, I'm not on Facebook. I missed it. Sounds like it got ugly. It did, dude. You might want to start a Facebook account just for this conversation. It's interesting. Okay. Rookie Reloader says, Rutherford has far more followers than TC has. They're dominating the comments. And that's true. They're coming to bat for him. But there's a lot of comments, you know, there's 1,000 members on that Facebook page. And you would think there'd be more defense, but there isn't. You know, and then, you know, they're attacking other people in his group. Orion says Rutherford is a snake oil salesman. See, let's take that. Orion's perception of Rutherford is he's a snake oil salesman. So you have to think, you know, so Rutherford himself, you know, and it's been brought up in this conversation on Facebook that people think that he's no better than TC. And there are some people that think he's attacking TC because he's a threat. It's getting ugly. It's a full-blown feud that just won't go away. And it won't go away for a while. But I was going to do a video about that Dale Carnegie book. But I thought I'd just do a live because I want some interaction. I want people to comment and give me their perception. Everybody already knows my perception of the whole deal. I'm going to go through the comments now, guys. Okay? Everybody's happy to see Thor back. Pale Rider, what's going on? Yeah, like TK said, I've never seen Kevin engage someone to that level. That's true. He hit a nerve. Everybody's welcoming Thor. Everybody's saying hi. I network all the time when I was an actor. Yep. Let's see. Big Rich says, I'm networking right meow. Big Rich, that's true. If you guys notice, I'm always in Ike's feeds, Will's feeds. When Thor goes live again, I'll be in his feeds. I'm in Pale Rider. I'm in Jeffrey's. That's a form of networking. and my numbers show it because my subs have gone up considerably. Outcast, no more Brothers War, hashtag. TC really got roasted in that exchange. Wow, yeah, it's pretty brutal. E Street has posted a link. Orion says Kevin Rutherford is a dirtbag. I know who you're talking about, but I got to ask, why does it bother this guy so much? How is it affecting his life? Thor, you're exactly right. I'm a live and let live person. And a majority of, say, TC's posts, I have to sit there and ask, why do you care? Why do you care about certain companies and what they do? Like, everybody was on the Celadon thing. Everybody was stay away from Celadon, stay away from Celadon. Well, guess what? Last I checked, Celadon is still a company. Now, yes, we want to warn if there's some shady stuff going on, but at the same time, people are now challenging Travel Loco because of TC. See? So, in a way, if something's making a big enough noise or a big enough stink, that you can't ignore it. Will it affect Kevin Rutherford's life? No. He'll lose some fans over this, but he knows that. That's the risk he takes. So, I missed it. Where did this exchange go down? On Kevin Rutherford's Facebook page. Great question. What's up, Stretch Nuts? Because perception is reality. Yep. Stretch Nuts, what's going on? I missed the beginning. Is the coach complaining again? No, it's actually Kevin Rutherford complaining about coach. Pale Rider says the School of Snorlord is in session. You're silly. Big Billy, what's up? I try to disprove with facts. And that's the thing, Rutherford was asking for facts, and there wasn't too much given. Is it ironic that the t-shirts have the logo "Say No to YouTube Drama"? Says Trucker Steven PA. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the shirt that he donated to the 73 Lounge. It was a message to the 73 Lounge. And a person that I know got on the Kevin Rutherford post and said, "Oh, I guess Facebook drama is okay." Because that's exactly what was going on. Can't really go by that. Rutherford has 90. 90 what? Okay. Oh, who is Kevin? Stretch Nuts? Google Kevin Rutherford and you'll figure it out. He's just a guy that, that does a lot of trucking industry mentoring. Harold says, "You're wrong, Snorlord. Jeff is top guy." Oh, yeah, I already read that. See, I'm not on Facebook. Missed it. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of... I know these comments are flying. Rutherford will steal TC's ideas and say those ideas were his. I think that will go both ways, Orion. Hey, Steven, what's your email? Trying to find some of your music. I can't find the old email you sent me. StevenAllington@gmail.com. Yeah. Rutherford Snake Oil Turbo 3000. I agree. A lot of those products, like those air tabs, are worthless. And see, and that's the other thing. It's hard to take someone seriously when they take endorsements. I know that's the purpose of endorsements, but, do you really believe that, like, Jeff Gordon loves Coca-Cola? I mean, do you really believe that? Like, all these athletes that are pushing, soft drinks, like, like back in the day, Michael Jackson was a spokesperson for Pepsi. Do you think he's sitting there at home chilling out with a Pepsi back in the day? No, he was paid to do that. Adam Gallagher, How to Win Friends and Influence People is a wonderful book. Did wonders for me. Yes, Adam. I was kind of an a-hole, and it kind of turned that around a little bit. Outcast, in my opinion, if you have that kind of following, you have a responsibility on how to carry yourself. Tell him to get laid and move on. You're right, Thor. John Cater, because I'm kind of looking this... I'm in the middle. I'm not in the middle. I'm kind of looking this from the outside. I'm not on either side. I'm not cheering Kevin Rutherford. I'm not cheering Kevin Rutherford. I'm not cheering Trucker's coach. The thing I always look at is if you're constantly the center of drama hate with many different people, maybe it's not everybody else. Harold, that is exactly right. Where can I read the Kevin and TC stuff at? Someone posted a link. Just go to Kevin Rutherford's Facebook page. It's right on there. Unless he's deleted it. But last I checked, Rutherford uses the industry as his guinea pig. TC was his own guinea pig. Hey, John, what's up? Rookie Reloader. TC is offering up valuable information and don't charge for that info. I think Rookie Reloader, and you're right. I think that what Kevin Rutherford is referring to is him asking for donations. And you have to admit, Coach is asking for donations. But there's a lot of other YouTubers that have done that too. In the trucking and outside of trucking. There are trolls all over YouTube as well, with some people get off on YouTube and internet drama. There are people that get their rocks off. That's true, Adam. There's a market. Why do soap operas exist? Because there's a market for them. And YouTube has turned into the next General Hospital. I got a fly here, sorry. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. And that's what it was. When I was at the 73 Lounge, there was no soap opera that I could see, unless there was something going on. But see, I don't engross myself in all these people, so if there was any drama, I didn't see it. And the WWE, I know where you're going with that, E Street. Jeff Gordon pimps Pepsi, not Coke. Well, he used to be a Coke guy. John Cater says, I don't understand why people can't just mind their own business. Yeah, because the whole feud is making them both look bad. Plain and simple. Any YouTube feud or Facebook feud that you see is bad for both people, in my opinion. Pale Rider and Jeffrey and me and a couple others have go up to us and say, oh man, we're so glad that you don't do feuds, and man, and because what's interesting is people say that they don't like it, but then look at all the hits they have, look at all the attention it gets. So naturally we like soap operas, naturally we like the WWE. There's a reason why those markets exist, because it's human nature to go, oh, did you hear so-and-so? John Cedro, what's up? What I miss? Oh, nothing, John. Go back to bed. Just kidding, John. Actually, if it wasn't for Jeff teaching TC about numbers, TC would still be making $1.18 a mile, and TC told me that personally on the phone. TC owes Jeff for a lot of his financial success lately. That's Gear Grabber saying this. I agree with you, Gear Grabber. He went from making a anti-Traveloco video to a pro-Traveloco video. We all owe Jeff. He puts out tons of nuggets and advice. That's true, Mike. A lot of people ask for donations or set up Patreon accounts. E Street, you are right. I don't even know what Patreon... I had to ask Pale Rider, what's a Patreon account? Would I like to get a GoPro? Yeah, but I'm going to pay for it. I was making the joke about my phone. People buy me a phone, but it was a joke. In the end, How to Win Friends and Influence People is one of the best books that you can read. There's audio versions of it out there. And as I speak, I'm literally right next to the Springfield Library, which is where I read. I've read it physically, and then I listened to it on audiobook. And I think every 2 or 3 years I listen to it. Because it will help you in relationships. It will help you in friendships. 10 years ago, I wasn't the same guy. When I was networking with my bands, a lot of people didn't like me. And I learned through relationships and friendships and just trying to be good out here. That's how you develop happiness. Greg Zimmer says, I bet TC will be working for Jeff this time next year. Yeah? E Street, in the wind, have a good day. Thank you, E Street. And, you know, and I like this, man. We're having an honest discussion, you know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of either one in this party. So I have an unbiased opinion. It's just interesting to me that this is developed, and people have brought this up to Coach before about his methods of the way he teaches or talks or compares companies, and he's been called out by the top guy in the industry. Whether you like Kevin Rutherford or not, his name is out there. You know, very rarely, you know, do you come across a driver that's been in the industry for several years and has never heard of him. There's a lot of things that Kevin says that I disagree with, because I think that trucking is too individualized. You can't sit there and put a blanket statement on any of it. You just can't. Like Thor, his cost per mile is different than my cost per mile. What he needs to bring home is different than what I need to bring home. And what Coach brings home is different than what Jeffrey brings home. You know, it's all, you know, that's the conundrum of trucking industry mentorship, is that it's hard to individualize. It's hard to customize the situation. And in the end, you got to simplify it, and it's all about numbers. And there's a lot of people that were commenting on this. It's like, why do we need all these mentors? You know, it's just basic math. But at the same time, there are other aspects. There's a networking aspect. You know, you got to network with agents and brokers or your dispatcher. If you're a company guy watching this, you want to be on your dispatcher's good side. You want to develop a positive relationship. You know, if I walk into Transland's building right now, I'm welcomed with open arms, because I use the things that I learned from that book, and applied it to my dispatcher, to my load planner, to the CEO of Transland, to the vice president of Transland. I could park my trailer on their lot anytime I need to, and I'm grateful. I don't take that for granted, and it's an attitude of gratitude. You know. Mike Mentor, I'm jumping on your weight loss journey. Got to lose 200 pounds myself. Good luck, Mike. Trolls, R. Lopez. Trolls would never show their faces. They like to stay anonymous. By the way, Michael Jackson loved warm milk with cookies. We can do it in small steps, says Mike. Yep, you're right. John Cedrone, what happened? Did they get into it at the trucking show or something? No, I guess Kevin Rutherford got wind of what Coach was doing, and he went after a person that calls himself a business coach. He didn't call TC out personally, but everybody kind of knew he was talking about. And then once Trucker's coach started defending himself, then it became a war, a direct war. Rookie Reloader, did Rutherford start bashing Coach before or after Coach went live with You Drive You? I don't know. Coach goes live so many times that I've lost track. And very rarely do I get through more than 10 minutes. And that You Drive You, that guy Kenny Long, I think he's been kind of in the crosshairs of a few people as well. That might have been, I think that Trucking Exec, I think he kind of made a comment about that You Drive You thing. Pale Rider says, my dispatcher calls me Slowpoke, LOL. Now, my current dispatcher, he's an idiot. My current dispatcher and load planner, I need to have a meeting with them, because because I'm not happy with my results. Daniel Adams, good morning, Snorlord. Good morning, sir. Rhymes with orange. TC's heart is in the right place. He doesn't know how to deliver his message. He is unpolished and raw. Unfortunately, if you're going to be taken seriously, that's not a good recipe for success. Right there. Rhymes with orange. That's what I was trying to tell him in that one video. I know his heart's in the right place. I know he wants to help. Just like Kevin. We all know he wants to help. That's why this book would be a good investment for both of these individuals. Because if both of these individuals had read the book, there would not be this war going on. Obviously, Kevin saw something he didn't like, and he thought it was shady. And obviously, TC doesn't get the fact that it looks shady, right? It's all perception. You can change perception with the words that this book talks about. Greg Zimmer says, I like Trucker's coach. He has a good heart. He just needs to accept good advice and keep his ego in check. Agree or disagree? I agree. Coach went live with You Drive You yesterday. Yeah, I missed that. I'll have to go back. Coach is a trip man, says John Citron. My opinion is that guy doesn't let the truth get in the way of what he has to say sometimes. He's jumping it rhymes with orange. He's jumping into too much at once. He's all over about every subject. There has to be more to your message. You're right, Orange. You don't have to do when you're trying to do 4 live videos a day, it's hard to keep content. If you do like once a week or once a day, pick a subject and stick with it. Unfortunately, he's also done video comparisons of other companies he's never worked for, and that's kind of given him a bad name. And he goes a lot by assumptions, and I think Kevin does that too. See, that's the thing, man. It's the pot calling the kettle black. Orion, would you not agree? They both do the same thing. They just will go about it differently. But in the end, they're both the same. They're both the same entity. They're both the same thing. Pale Rider says, me and Coach talk to guests mostly about our Marine Corps days. Yep, see, that's Pale Rider, man. He gets along with everybody. Butch says, I don't know either one of these guys, so bacon and eggs this morning. No toast or biscuits. You got it, Butch. Hey, Pale Rider, says Butch. Rhymes with orange, exactly. Oatmeal with toast. Sup, Butch? So, in the end, this book could help you whether you're a company driver, not a driver, just in everyday life, just how you present yourself at your job, at your work, or on the internet. And it's so much easier and reflexive to be a troll. You know what they used to call trolls back in the old days? Bad words. I'm not going to cuss on my video, but in the end, it's all on how people perceive you. And you can be, I know somebody in my circle that, not in the trucking world, but in my personal life, that he's a good chameleon. He knows how, he could be in a bar full of bikers and he'll be able to schmooze with them, and then he could be in a room full of executives at the corporate level and he could schmooze with them. He's one of those guys. Unfortunately, sometimes it's seen as being two-faced. So, Rookie Reloader says, I believe Coach's heart in the right place. Rutherford is in it for the money. Yeah, but see, there are people that will perceive Coach the same way. There are people that perceive all of us that way. I put AdSense on I put ads on my YouTube videos, and I'm sure that kind of ticked a few people off because it makes it look like I'm in it for the money, and you know, and I was worried about that perception. But I'm not doing clickbait stuff. I'm not, you know, I did a Swift night thing. That was it, and I deleted it because, like, who cares about my opinion about the Swift Knight merger? Who cares? And I don't work for Swift or Knight, so why should I even comment? No, I'm going to get all the hits from people that are researching Swift or Knight in the search engine. Gear Grabber, making my omelet now. I need to eat something myself. Why don't you make me one and bring it over to Missouri here? Butch Thompson, vaping banana butter and drinking coffee this morning. I need a cup of coffee. There's a Brahms right over here. I'm going to walk in there. I'll break coach's balls over stuff, but it's all good fun, says Adam. Man, you're a deep thinker, Snorlord. I don't know about that. I mean, I just do what I do. Z-Man says, got to roll. Nice job, Snorlord. Of course, which I want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm going to cut this now. I've said what I had to say. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Okay? Here, I'll show you an image. See if this will work. It'll probably show it backwards if I do it. But let's see if it does. Just in the time we've been talking, there's like 8 comments that have gone on that Facebook. So, we go to Google. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Okay. Forgive me, guys. Let's see, we go to images. And there you go. It's probably backwards. It's showing backwards to me. But look up this book. If you want to network, if you went to the truck show to network, like Coach did, Coach went to the show to network. All of us went to the show to network. It wasn't just about, oh, look at the trucks and products. By the way, check out my new hat I got. Out of all the hats I got for free, this is the coolest one. It's light for summer, and it's bright, so no one will shoot me in the woods or hit me in the parking lot. And the sun's right in my face. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna read that book, Snorlord. Yeah, but it's you know, it was written in the 30s, I think. So it might sound like a little dated, but it's still relevant. And so it kind of gets hard at times to read because you're like, well, who cares what Ford did in 1920 or whatever. I guess when it comes down to it, we're all in it for the money. Yeah, if you know, I get it. If someone wants to pay me, like, okay, for example, here's a good thing. So we were talking about health yesterday, right? There was a driver at Prime that made a big deal about fitness to the point that Prime took notice and they took him out of the truck and hired him as a consultant. He was all over the newspapers here in Springfield, and now he's making money not driving a truck. You know, telling drivers how to be fit. Okay, so the only problem with that is you know, that's great. He's like, cool, I'm making money doing what I love, and I don't have to be in the truck. Well, unfortunately, after a couple of years, are you relevant still because you're not in the truck anymore? Whether you are or not doesn't matter. The fact that that's how people will perceive that. You know, well, you can't tell me how to eat and live and exercise in the truck if you're not in the truck doing it. And I think I mentioned that last night. But yeah, we're all wanting to, you know, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to make some money and not have to drive as much. We all want that. But you can't live off what YouTube generates. You can't live off what products generate. You know, Cobra could call me tomorrow and say, hey, become a spokesperson for us for, you know, the Cobra 29. And we'll give you free CB radios whenever you need it, and we'll pay you, you know, $200 a month. Well, you can't live off $200 a month. They're not going to pay me a $50,000 a year salary just to promote their product. Would it be cool? Yeah, but then at one point, well, it becomes redundant that I'm promoting their product if I'm not driving a truck anymore. It's, you know, I think that's the deal with Kevin Rutherford. You know, he doesn't drive a truck. So, you know, so he can give all the health advice he wants, but, you know, how do you make the meals that you're making at home, Mr. Rutherford, if, you know, if you're not driving a truck? So I need to catch up on these comments because I think they're almost done with me. Daniels apologized to the Pill Rider. What'd you do? I got a trucker district hat, LOL. Is getting shot in the woods something you worry about, man? Yeah. Totally. Of course. There's a bunch of, you know, I mean, I don't look like a deer, but, you know, or, you know. Tell the truth, Snarl, do you like that hat because it's orange? Yep. It matches my Kool-Aid. There's a free PDF version of the book online. It says Rolling Sunset. There you go. You don't even have to buy it, people. But you could live off YouTube if you're PewDiePie. You know, I keep hearing that name PewDiePie, but I've never, ever seen that channel. I've never seen it. Maybe I need to investigate that. I got an argument with Dale C. guy at seminar. Oh, Dale Carnegie. Oh, Dale Carnegie guy. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that take that book and they do seminars. And they charge out the yin yang. And I think that's what the problem that You Drive You, I think that dude was charging like a lot of money just to sit there and listen to him talk. I'm taking Daniel's wrench away on my next live stream, LOL. Just kidding. Thanks, Rolling Sunset. Just now, it says Butch. You know, that's the thing about PDFs is you're not turning physical pages. I love ebooks. I love it. I got a Nook, and I love it. I haven't used it in a while, but I've got like, if I was at home, I'd have a stack of guitar magazines like, you know, like that high, but they're all in my Nook, so I don't have a physical copy, so that's awesome. All right, guys. Big Rich says I listen to books while driving. Yep, that's, well, I got, like I said, I got this book from Carolyn O'Brien. Let me take out this. Let me show you guys the cover. She came out with the book about health, and she made when she made an audio version, I was all about it. And the audio version comes with the PDF download. So Carolyn, if you're watching, thank you very much. I bought this. I supported her. You know, it's not like she gave me this. Hi, buy this product. So, anyways, Daniel says he has over 57 million subscribers and gets a crap load of views and likes and stuff. Okay, well, yeah. If you got 57 million subscribers, you're living off YouTube money. Kevin and Ollie on the road listening. Hey Matt, what's up? All right, guys. That's it, man. Thanks for watching. Like I said, how to win friends and influence people. If more people read this book, if more people took that to heart, then, you know, I think the world would be a better place. Live and let live, people. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be cool on your stool, says Rookie Reloader. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Click on the bell if you think that this was okay, or thumbs up. You know, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys. I don't take my subs for granted. And, sorry, I got flies. I'm like Godzilla. You know. So, I'm a dork, man. I'm a dork. All right, guys. See ya.